Hi everybody, I'm Selena. I'm going to be showing you one out of four of my photo card binders. So I have three for BTS and then one for my little Wuxi collection. And this one, I use it mainly for my mustard photo cards. So those are like the ones that fit in the 8 pocket ones, like the really large ones we're used to seeing right now. And I do have some like miscellaneous like group pieces in here as well, and I have some more on the way. So then this binder, I got it from a K Army on Twitter. I think her handle was like LEJ, and so she had designed it to be exactly the same dimensions as the Mott's Tour binder. But I like this one. It's cuter. It's pinker. The film photo is one of my favorite photos ever, especially because it's pink. And so if you know me, you know that I absolutely love pink. This has to be for me one of my favorite binders that I have. And so it says Boy with Love down here. It's kind of like not printed because you can feel the words. I don't know what that means. It has this mark right here, but I think I did that. I don't think it was like that when I got it. And it has it on the side as well. It says BTS Boy with Love Army. On the back, oh my, love will always be with BTS and Army. And it has a smudge here, but like I said, that's telling me that wasn't the creator or the producers. That was me. And yeah, so let's get started. So opening the first page, these are going to be the postcards at first, just because they're I like to have those at first because they're bigger, and since postcards are really consistent thing that are released by Big Hit, so I feel like since so I feel like having those all in the front, and then you get to all the consistent like fourth tour APC set, fourth tour, fourth muster APC set, fifth muster APC set, and so on. So this postcard here, it's from the House of BTS event. They had postcards for both Seokjin's and Taehyun's birthday, and which are actually coming up now. So this is a year old already. That's crazy to me. The year passed by so quickly, even though it was horrible. So this one, I collected it because it has Yoongi and Jungkook together next to their tiny tongue characters. So it's really cute. And I will collect group PCs as long as it has Yoongi and Jungkook next to each other, just for the sake of narrowing down what I want to collect. If I collected every OTC PC out there, I would waste a lot of money. So yeah, you have to be careful. You have to watch your funds. And it's a really thick photo card, and it's bigger than I thought it was gonna be when I bought it. I think I bought it for like 100, no, like $90, but that was fairly recently. I don't think it went for that much when it first came out. Now it goes for more than 100, I believe. And I got this from a seller on Instagram. She's located in Vietnam, and I'm pretty sure you guys have bought from her before. She's fairly popular. It's really thick too, so it's not like a normal photo paper. It, has some weight to it, which is always nice. As you know, we love quality in this household. So here is where I plan to put the first merchandise postcards. I think those are regular like photo printed paper, but those were from like their first release of merch. I have them both at my K address, so they're gonna be forwarded soon. I'm really excited to get those. I think they will fit in here. I'm not entirely sure what size they are, but if they don't, then I'll have to put them in another one of these. And so then here I have the first muster postcards. So I have Yoongi's, and these aren't like regular photo paper. They're actually more like cardstock, but pretty thin for cardstock. So as you can see, it's blank on the bottom because it's like actual, not photo paper. And this is how Yoongi's looked. He looks really cute with his little gummy smile right there. And oh, as you can tell, I have almost all of my photo cards and postcards sleeved, just in case. I did have a friend who had the Moth Tour binder, and it turns out that the sleeves weren't like PVC free, so her wings hollow pieces did get damaged. And I do think these are PVC free just because they were designed by a collector, so obviously a collector would know to have that in mind. But just in case, I put them in these to be safe. These are also like PVC free. I got them on eBay. And so then I have Jungkook's at my K Addy, and he shall be home soon. Right here, I have the Decon postcards. Like I said, I do collect groups, and well, I collect units as well, as long as Yoongi and Jungkook are in the same unit. So my friend was selling the whole postcard set, and I decided to buy it, and I ended up only keeping this unit. And then the In the Soup piece postcard, this one is from the badge. So the one from the badge and then the postcard set, those group photos were exactly the same, but I bought both of them just because I felt like this was better for like binder purposes and the other one is better for display purposes. I do have it on display on my shelf, and so Yoongi and Jungkook are next to each other, so as you know by now, it was a purchase. These two photos are from the photo album from Third Muster merchandise. And so not only do I collect all tour PCs, I also collect all of the photo cards that came with merchandise. So like whether it was like a photo album or like a backpack or anything, as long as it's like a photo card and it's from Muster merchandise and it came with a photo card, I'll collect it. I have these in here, but I don't have any of the binders PCs in here, or like the wallet PCs in here either. Those are all in one of my bigger binders because those are like, I don't know, I just didn't want to put them in here. I feel like I couldn't figure out a way to put them in here for it to still be like chronological. Yeah. So then these are for the ones from Korea, and JK's has like a weird sweat mark like around here, and you won't be able to see it because it is sleeved, and I don't want to take it out because they're kind of flimsy since they are photo paper, and so I don't want to accidentally like bend it or anything like that. Yeah, so this one needs to be replaced and repurchased at some point in the near future. And then on the back I have the Japan ones and Yoongi's. This is why I don't want to take out JK's, because for taking out Yoongi's and trying to like fit him into one of the same size as these ones fit, because for some reason these ones are like a little bigger, so they don't fit in the 4x6 sleeves that I put these ones in. For trying to fit it into one of those, I ended up like bending him a little, so he has like a little dent right here, or bent, I don't know, a little crack thingy right here. So yeah, I did actually just repurchase this to replace it because it does bother me. But you know, my bad. I got these both on Yokyo, and so Kissy Face Jungkook is my favorite Jungkook. He is adorable, and not too long ago I had JK Memories of 2017 Blu-ray PC, even though I don't collect the DVD PCs, and I haven't for like over a year now. But I held on to Yoongi's and JK's for a very long time, just because they're both really cute. But I recently sold them, and this one is the new number one in my heart. It used to be the Blu-ray PC, but like I said, I don't collect DVD PCs anymore. So I eventually convinced myself to let it go. So this kissy face JK is my new favorite JK. And I got these both on Nyokyo. I don't know if I said that already. No, I lied. I got them on Buy. So that was when I first started buying from Bakari Japan, and I was using Buy. But Buy is expensive. They give you a lot of fees, and I personally don't think it's worth it. So I use Nyokyo now, even if there might be like a little slower in securing your things. I think I'd rather pay $3 on Nyokyo for inspection and for service than pay like $5 to $10 on Buy for no inspection and service, and then like an extra cost for inspection and all that shit. So yeah. So here we have Fourth Master Korea PCs. They're pink, so I really like them. They go well in this binder, as you can tell. Like that's a pretty page right there with a pretty backdrop. And then these ones, I think I got Yoongi's from an eBay auction. Yes, that sounds familiar. I don't remember who the eBay seller was, but it was on auction. I think I only got it for like 60 something, which isn't bad considering that usually like tour PCs, when they're considered one of the more rare ones, they can go for like $10 pop if you buy it in a complete set. Jungkook's, I got his from a seller on Mercari. Yes, Mercari seller. I DM'd them on their Twitter because they had their Twitter in their bio, and so I got him for a cheaper price than what was offered on Mercari US, because you know everyone always has to bump up Mercari US prices for their selling fees. So yeah, I bought these both as complete sets. I think I had some like misc pieces. I think I had like two Yoongi and two on JKs, and I ended up selling them once I got the sets back. I got the sets arrived to me. You know what I mean. And so then here we have Fourth Master Japan PCs. So these two sets, Fourth Master in general, are my favorite just because it's very like baby themed. I don't know if like that makes sense. But the pastels are just right up my game, so these two sets are my favorite. When it comes to musters, anyways. And we have Pouty JK here. So Yoongi's, I purchased his set from a seller in Indonesia, I believe. She is active on Twitter. I mean, not Twitter, Instagram. JK set is actually the first set I managed to buy on Mercari Japan. I bought like 5 of his PCs from one seller, and then 2 PCs from a different seller. So I had 7, and I was missing one for a few weeks, a couple months actually, and it was this little rascal. For some reason, I could not find him to save my life, neither on Mercari Japan or like in the US. It was getting really annoying. But and I think I even saw another person recently who for some reason cannot get this fucking PC, and I feel for them on so many levels because I was there. But I did manage to find him for sale in Nyokyo from like actually I accidentally bought 2 and I ended up reselling it. Yeah. I felt bad when I saw that person a couple weeks ago because I was like, dang, I had one. Like, I would have sold it to you. And so then here we have Fifth Master Korea. So for some reason these PCs are nearly impossible to find. I remember when that merch dropped and it sold out really quickly, and that was around that time when BTS popularity was really spiking. So I suspect that's why it is really hard and really expensive to find, because there was like they didn't anticipate that many people trying to buy it, so there wasn't enough demand. There wasn't enough supply to reach demand, I guess. if we're gonna use economic terms. So I think I had initially had the first four of this PC set, but I was doing this like thing a long time ago where I'd only pick the cutest ones that I wanted from a particular set. And so a lot of the PCs I had, especially for like tour and then some muster ones, I had to repurchase them. So a lot of the ones I have now, I had repurchased them because I had sold them a while ago. And now that I started looking into collecting muster and tour PCs more seriously, I had to find them all over again for much more higher of a price because I'm dumb. And so then this PC is one where he does like a little like L shape underneath his chin, and for some reason I could not find it anywhere. I could not find it on Twitter. I could not find it on eBay. I could not find it on Mercari Japan. I was willing to pay $50 just to buy that stupid PC on Mercari Japan, but I could not find it. And so I recently just gave in and repurchased his whole set all over again. I think it was like $13 a PC with including shipping, so it was like 130 the whole set, and that already hurt. But I'm gonna be reselling it. I'm gonna be comparing the quality of my PC that I have now and the PC that's coming, and selling off whichever one I think has lesser or not as good quality compared to the other one, and finally get my number three after so long. I recently saw someone selling JK set for 150, and honestly, that's fucking ridiculous. And yeah, so I had this PC. This PC is on my Korean address. This PC, I have it, but I suspect it might be fake. So yeah, there's a lot of like these fake ones going around. So be careful. This one I have one on my Korean address and one on the way from the same person I bought this set from, so I'm gonna have to resell one of those. I did have this full set, but like I said, I was like determining which ones I wanted to keep and which ones I didn't, and so I think I ended up keeping these two. So then number four is really hard to find for some reason. So I repurchased this one. I don't even remember from who or when. And yeah, so that one's on the way. So now we're on Fifth Muster Japan, and I got most of my PCs from my friend who sold them to me. I got like the first four, no, last four from both JK and Yoongi set from my friend. But I did have to repurchase them because it did sell some off because I'm horrible. And I completed the rest of the set with purchases on Mercari US and Mercari Japan. So these PCs are weird because it's hard to tell which ones are fake and which ones are real. I don't know why that's like something particularly unique to Fifth Muster Japan. But you can tell which ones that they're like different presses because some presses have like some PCs have a more cool tone background, and then some PCs have a more warm tone background. But I'm confident that these are real. I'm really good at telling the difference nowadays after so much trial and error. So, that's a good skill to have. So here I was going to collect the unit PC with Taehyung and Yoongi in it because I used to collect Yoongi units if it had Taehyung in it, but they're paired together way too often, so I had to stop doing that because I started collecting more rare PCs, so I had to really focus on like what I wanted to spend my money on. So here we have BBCon. I actually have one whole Yoongi set. And my K Addy, oh my god, this is a recurring problem for me. I guess I have to stop being so impulsive. And then I have a full JK set and then a full unit set. I think got lost in the mail from somebody I bought in Taiwan. So we're getting that sorted out, but it is pretty freaking annoying. But I did manage to not collect, complete the sets with the horrible duplicate sets that me and my friends had. And then this one, I think, actually had an incident in a trade I had with somebody on Instagram. They didn't package it well, so like what happened is that they had it in between cardboard and the top loader, but they didn't secure the top of the top loader, so it ended up falling out. And so when I opened the mail bubbler, well, not when I was opening the mail bubbler, I used my box cutter instead of slicing right through the top, right here, the photo card. And we came to an agreement that because it took me a long time to find this card, so I found someone selling it, and she sent me the money to get it. So lucky for me, and thank you to that person for being so understanding. Actually, I was really disappointed when I cut right through it because I was like just washi tape top. But hopefully, you live and you learn. This one of Yoongi is really cute. I like that one. And then, yeah. In the back here, I have the BBCon charger PCs. I don't know why I have them back here. They should be going in my other binder. But okay, I'll move them. I'm gonna take them out right now actually so that I can move them there while I'm sleeving. As you can tell, I haven't gotten around to sleeving this the PCs in this binder yet. I barely finished my binder for my tour PCs, and that one is much thicker than this one. And right now I'm working on my binder with all of my 9 pocket PCs. So yeah, that was my mustard binder. I hope you guys enjoyed looking through it for me. With me. I hope you guys enjoyed looking through it with me. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.